Hans brings a Flammenwerfer. There's a new world to conquer. That's right, Victoria 3 1.7 is here, and I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive, so make sure you use the link in description to get the DLC for yourself. I do get a commission on every single purchase, and all the money will go towards the Roman Restoration Funds. If you're not sure about it, click the link still, check out what the DLC offers, because I'm sure you're gonna absolutely love it, and then afterwards make your decision. Just click the link, click it once, baby. There's so many new changes with the 1.7 patch. We're gonna be going through all of that today as everybody's favorite nation, Prussia. That's right, we're playing as the Prussians. Who would have thought Ludi and Historia playing as Prussia in Wiki 3, and we're gonna form Germany. I'm gonna show you guys how to make the most overpowered power block imaginable. The first thing you're gonna notice when you boot up 1.7 is that the map is completely different, and it is a great change. Oh my god, I absolutely love the textures they're using in the political map now, and there's actual changes to the political map with the emphasis on Afghanistan, which sees a brand new spree of nations, as this is basically the central focus of the DLC, the great game between the Russian Empire and the British Empire. Not to worry, we're also going to be joining the great game, because in today's run, we shall be invading the whole world and turning everybody into our little schnappledoop. With the cunning use of the power block mechanics, we start as a trade league. Everybody knows Germany is known for its peaceful trade relations. I trade you this granata! Namely, the Zollverein, which means something in German that I don't know what it means, so I'm gonna rename this to German Empire and Friends. Now we have 4 principles. The first one is the primary principle that comes based on the type of power block that you have. The trade league itself is a customs union, so that means everybody that joins this power block will be in a customs union with us. We also get trade route volume as the power leader, and non-leader block members get convoy contribution to market owner, that is moi. So this is a really good power block if you want to make friends all around the world. Our primary principle here is internal trade. We've got 2 of them. We can either go internal trade or external trade. Pretty self-explanatory. The main bonuses from internal trade will eventually be 10% company throughput bonus, infrastructure tariff bonuses, convoy contribution to market owner, and convoy costs of port connection reduction, so they're pretty decent. External trade essentially focuses on getting bonuses when trading with non-power block members. Then we also have police coordination, the most powerful in my opinion as it stands in the current version. Principles are advanced research, which gives a maximum innovation investment increase by 25, as well as ahead of time penalty reduction and technology spread, so you can become an absolute insanely technologically advanced nation, and we're of course going to go for this. Before we do that though, the first one we're going to be unlocking is going to be the freedom of movement, because check it out, this gives 50% mass migration attraction, 25 migration quota, and it gives 40% more migration attraction from the increased exchange production method, the arts academy with the university. In my test runs, I managed to get like 500 million population in just Germany by the end of 1936, because yes, in this version I play up to 1936 easily. The game is very fluid, there's no late game lag, the improvements, the performance has been increased massively. There's other amazing principles I will be explaining as we go along in this particular run. Another addition is the political lobbies. We've got a few of them right now, the pro-British League, anti-French and anti-Austrian associations. The point of the lobbies is to give you approval or disapproval with certain interest groups based on your interactions with that lobby. So if we appease this particular lobby by becoming more friendly towards the British, we get approval with the intelligentsia. If we appease this lobby by becoming more rival and more antagonist towards the French, then we get more approval for the Junkers, and the same way more approval for the clergy if we piss off the Austrians. We can have a maximum of up to 10 approval or minus 10 disapproval with the lobbies. We also start with the guarantee independence on Belgium. We're going to cancel that because we want to get our influence points back. They already are guaranteed by the French and the English. That's more than enough if you ask me. Now take note guys, this is an early access version of the game that I'm using to record this, so there might be some changes to the final version. Let's go ahead and get our very first research, the water tube boiler, so we unlock the condensed engine pumps production method, which means we're going to get more out of our mines, and follow that up with nationalism so that we can actually form the North German Federation, voted best federation by mostly Prussians. Hans, quickly show you have Schokoladen. There are also some big changes to the core mechanics in 1.7. So when it comes to armies, there have been some changes. Most importantly, the rate at which you recover your manpower after you lose it in combat is significantly lower. So that means if you lost your entire manpower pool from your army, you're pretty much out of the war. At least in the early part of the campaign, when the production methods are really not that amazing for recovering manpower. Losing manpower is akin to losing the war, so be very careful how you play it out now. War is a lot more accurate, and you really need to use, I guess, tactics in a way. I'll explain to you what I mean by that later once we attack the Austrians. Let's go ahead also and change our armies here. Make sure we set them up by unit name, by state, and we're also going to be color coding them. There are also some units we need to upgrade to the latest model. Budget-wise, we're going to tax the schnapps out of everybody in good old German fashion and add a lot of consumption taxes, including services, everybody's favorite tax, especially if you're American. America! Fuck yeah! We're also going to set up the standardized filing system as well as philosophy department, which means that we're actually going to be getting now 62 weekly innovation from having changed that production method. And I'm also going to make everything secular if possible. Thank you very much. A few other production methods we need to standardize around our nation here, including getting harvesting tools, so we increase the supply of tools, and changing to fishing trawlers, as well as getting gas street light. We got a brand new building, the power block statue, which is going to give us decree cost reduction in the states in which we built it, as well as +3 prestige, and it's going to employ a few bureaucrats. It's a great building to have. However, at the start, we don't want to push for this. We want to start building our construction sectors, and that means we're also going to need to queue up some more iron afterwards in Silesia, say another 6 iron mines, some logging camps as well. We're also going to need a motor industry, which we're going to do in Westphalia, since Westphalia already has the steel mills. You probably noticed we have some new buildings here, and if you follow the dev diaries, you know what's up with that. If you don't, we go to our building registry, and as of 1.7, every single building has a different owner. It can be the nation itself, like in the case of this particular artillery foundry, nationally owned, or it can be owned by the financial district, which represents the capitalists, shopkeepers, and clerks of our nation. It can also be owned by the local workforce, which represents the shopkeepers, laborers, and machinists, or it can be owned by the manor houses, which represents the aristocrats, clergymen, and a little bit of laborers as well. That being said, we can also build buildings in other nations altogether, as long as we have the permission to build in those nations. So say we go for the mutual foreign investment right, we will be able to build in Russia's provinces, and they're going to be able to build in our provinces. Before anything else, we're also going to be disbanding Friedrich Krupp. We don't need him because we need to get some iron throughput bonuses. So we're going to be going for the Prussian Metals Incorporated. It will start getting prosperity, not to worry. And then we're going to get the steel mill throughput plus 10%, as well as the company throughput and construction throughput. When it comes to our politics, we're going to stop bolstering the evangelical church, and we're going to see what laws we can do from day one. I would love to get the dedicated police force, as well as I would like to get the secret police, because everybody knows they're the friendliest around. And I know what you're thinking, but hey, okay, listen up. It's not my fault that he tripped and fell onto the bullet. Come on. We're also going to be increasing to level 3 our education level, and to level 3 our law enforcement. I'm going to wait though, actually, with the law enforcement, because I don't want the Junkers to get the 30% political strength. So I'm going to do that after we switch to the dedicated police force. Also going to be improving relation with the Swedes, because it's fairly easy to add Sweden as our very first power block nation. And as well, I'm going to be improving relations with Hanover. I'm also going to be improving with the Brits, because I like to get them on my side whenever the war triggers. And the Russians, though this is a little bit tricky, because Russia, from my test runs, always joined on Austria's side, even if they had genial relations with me. So the only way I can surpass that is if I actually get an alliance with them somehow. I'm also going to set up decrees on Silesia, road maintenance, education access from promote social mobility, and of course a resource industry, because this is where the majority of our mines are going to be based in. We want to get the 20% mine throughput from it. We also need to start importing some goods, so we're going to get some grain from Russia, the Dutch, and the British, and some wood from Russia as well. Time to expand in the New World, and by New World I mean the Arab areas. So we're going to attack Kathiri first. Kathiri starts with a grand army of 0 battalions and 0 flotillas, so we literally just need 1 unit to invade them. It's a no-brainer. Do this. Yemen has both oil in the last part of the campaign and lead for the early part of the campaign that you're going to really need. Plus, it brings out the ability to start expanding into the rest of Arabia without having to set an interest. And this is great because we're going to need a few years before we get some more ships so we can invade Gaza, Transvaal, Orange, and Zulu, all of which will become our subjects, since as you will see, subjects in this particular version of the game are amazing. You've got the subject overlord interactions and potential interactions here, which can either increase or decrease their liberty desire, the amount of prestige you have also kind of determines how fast they increase or lose liberty desire alongside these interactions, and they need to be below a certain threshold to lower the autonomy and to integrate them. The best part about 1.7 is that lowering the autonomy of your subject does not cost infamy. So that means we're going to get significantly less infamy in our run as Prussia, so we can basically puppet a lot more than we ever could before. I actually also need to queue up some paper mills. I'm going to do them in Westphalia. Westphalia is going to be my main paper producing state, since one of the main ingredients of paper is sulfur, and Westphalia produces sulfur, unlike the other paper producing state of Brandenburg right now. There's no sulfur in Brandenburg. Later, once we take Saxony, Saxony is also going to be another main sulfur slash paper producing state for us. And I know what you're thinking, why don't you just set it up in Silesia? Well, Silesia is going to have a lot of other things it needs to worry about. Also, kudos to Paradox for bringing back the connection between East and West. That pretty much destroyed Prussia in the previous patch. One of the reasons I didn't play Victoria 3 as much in the previous patch, to be honest. Also going to need one paper mill at the very least, because paper is actually in quite a little bit of a demand for us. Now, as of 1.7 patch, we can actually attack at the same time multiple nations. However, in this particular case, from my test runs, whenever I did attack a second nation in Arabia, they became a protectorate of the Ottomans to get the Ottomans to fight against me. So I'm going to wait until I actually have a foothold in Yemen before I start attacking at the same time Bahrain, Najd, and Oman, and everybody else. Oh, we got up to adoption with 13%. God schnagadons. And looks like the British are also improving relations with me. That is really good news. I might actually use them. Oh, okay. They got a revolt. Oh, that explains why they were improving relations with me. We seem to have the new power block of the Power Alliance as well. The French have established. The reality is the French usually do one or two things. Either they make their own Grand Coalition, Grand Alliance, whatever it's called, power block, or they join somebody else's power block and they take the leadership off of that. And speaking of, the current power blocks are Devleti Aliyev for the Ottomans, Russia Empire for the Russians, British Empire for the British, Metternich system, and our good old little empire here, and friends. But that being said, we might see some more established as we go along in the campaign. I have a pretty high chance of actually getting Hamburg to join us. Let me actually improve relations with Hamburg a little bit since they're so eager to join me. And hell, I'm also going to be doing the same with the other nations here, bankroll and improve relations with them, all three of them. Our first foothold is done in Yemen. Let's continue with the rest of them. And we probably need some more units there, so I'm going to transfer some from my main armies in Germany. Also going to be queuing up some more tooling workshops in the same state where we have steel, since again, steel is going to be used in the tool production and manufacturing, better yet. So having these both in the same state cuts out on the market access price impact of having to get it from other states. Looks like the British are also in a little bit of a pickle, like big pickle, since the other nations are now joining on either side of them. So that might turn into a bigger conflict for them, which might be the moment for me to bully the Danes to liberate Schleswig. 30% chance that might actually accept that. If they don't, I'm probably just gonna puppet them. And they accepted demand. I probably would have preferred a Danish puppet, but I guess we can get the Danish puppet once the truce is over. That is in 42. Actually, that's not so great because now they have some more time to get some more friends. French declared us our rivals. Oh, I forgot to do that. My bad, France. There you go. How about you suck on those rivalry fingers? Okay, this is no bueno. I've been putting a little bit of a strain on Silesia, and we need to get some railways in there now. Probably gonna need a railway in Westphalia too, so let's queue up 3 of them in these 2 states. Should hold us out for a little while. Gaza has a grand total of 0 battalions and flotillas, so again, it's gonna make for a very easy target. Looks like the secret police made the leader of the intelligentsia trip on a bullet for some reason. I mean, he clearly wasn't paying attention. Probably should have added war reps. I forgot to add war reps in this one. Hey, happiness and joy. The national police is here. All right, let's get the even better police now. We would get 200 leverage generation from guaranteeing independence of the Swedes. That's actually awesome. I do think I need to pass one legislation though before I'm actually able to invite them to the power block. That is namely racial segregation. This is going to accept every single European heritage culture, and the problem is one of the reasons the Swedes are not going to join the power block is because their primary culture is discriminated. The moment that their primary culture is not discriminated, they're going to be more likely to join our power block. So this is a little something that you're probably not going to know unless you really play this game quite a little bit with the current patch. Racial segregation is extremely important. And I just realized that sounded extremely freaking messed up. Holy snap. Finally, we got condensed engine pumps, meaning we're going to be producing significantly more minerals from our mines. So that means we can expand our industry a little bit faster too. That being said, I think it's time we get our very first power block statue, which is going to give us 75 authority points back because we got 3 edicts in Silesia. They're going to be 25% cheaper, and as such, 75 authority is not nothing. We got the very first man mandate. Let's go for advanced research first, and we're gonna add the freedom of movement afterwards, because right now we don't have issues with population. We still have 2.7 million peasants, so by the time that we get the fourth principle done, we will be needing more people to work in our factories. Another feature added in 1.7 is the ability to guarantee independence, and unfortunately the freaking annoying French guaranteed independence of Mara, meaning I'm gonna have a little bit of a struggle in here, I guess. They're also guaranteeing Neige, so they're basically trying to prevent me from going really deep into Arabia for some reason. Okay, seems like I can invite Hamburg finally to the power block. They got 133 acceptance score, so that is pretty much a guarantee that they're gonna join. Beautiful. Now I can stop bankrolling them and improving relations with them and guaranteeing them and everything else, so I can do that with other nations. As expected, not many people research nationalism. Only 37% of the German nations have researched this, so I have to wait for a little bit longer before I do my diplomatic play against the Austrians. Ooh, the French have a revolution! Alright, let's start also getting some more universities. 6 more for the time being in Brandenburg should do it. Oh, actually, since the French are busy with their civil war, maybe they're not gonna bother with me. Yep, they don't care about Mara because they got bigger fish to fry right now. Free land in Arabia, boys. Free land in Arabia is back on the menu. We also just finished building our military shipyard, so we're gonna out-click a few of these here. We want to start getting some proper fleets going so we can actually invade Marina Kingdom. We need at least 10 ships to get a proper foothold in Marina, since they have like 20, I believe, units or so. Yeah, they got 20 battalions plus 20 conscripts, so 10 of ours should be enough to deal with that. Modernize the arsenal. We can either get some throughput, or we can get 4.1k progress for repeaters. Obviously gonna go for the progress. In general, when it comes down to that event, always go for the technology bonus rather than the throughput. Whenever I see stuff like war reparations, it sounds so weird to me. Like, what is this little Bedouin community giving me war reps as? Like, what are they giving me literal camels, or what is going on here? What kind of war reps are we talking about, people? Oh, did they just back up? They did. Oh, I didn't put primary goal war reps. Now I'm not getting the camels. Come on. Looks like Ottomans really don't like me though, so I'm gonna rival them back. A brand new day, a brand new mandate we can use. This one I'm gonna go for tariffs on imports and exports outside of the power block, which should give me a little bit of income. And that, boys, leverage over the Swedes is growing. We're about to reach the 200 threshold, which is what we need in order to actually invite them to the power block. We also managed to get some trade agreements with the Russians and the British, so now it's going to cost us 0 bureaucracy getting trade routes established with both of them, meaning we can do a lot of money, because remember, we got some taxes on tariffs still, and every single trade route counts. Have some excess meat? Sell it to the Russians. Need some excess lumber? Get it from the Russians. Russia wants some mutual investment right. Don't mind if I do. Does that mean you're gonna join my side when I fight the Austrians? I hope. I mean, I'm gonna build stuff in your lands just so you're friends with me. Totally not cold a bribe, by the way. Oldenburg requests support independence. What the hell? When the hell did they become a protectorate of the Ottomans? Oh my god. That was when they had the revolt, didn't it? The Ottomans supported one side of the revolt and made them a protectorate, I think. This is the most cursed thing ever. I gotta fight the Ottomans to form Germany. Like, what? Finally, we got this. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, I'm also gonna try my best to get some colonies going, just so we get some rubber for the later part of the campaign. And it's time to get the freedom of movement, the 4th principle. Alright, we can decrease the autonomy in the Casamid state, and we have issues with Gaza, who's got basically 100 liberty desire. I don't get it, man. I've done everything imaginable to make them happy. I gave them all the rights, everything, and they're still unhappy. You know what, Gaza? You know what I'm gonna do to you? I'm gonna liberate you, and I'm actually gonna annex you afterwards. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I should have done that from the beginning, I guess. Wait, what? These guys want an alliance? Oh my god, yes. Britannia, help me against Austria. It's time for the war against the Austrians, and we managed to get the Russians on our side, plus we could probably get the British on our side too. However, we're gonna be going here for the conquest of Bohemia, not just the leadership of Germany, and the humiliation against Austria. This is gonna weaken Austria. We might be able to get them to unify with us when we form Germany later down the line by taking Bohemia. And even if we don't go for Super Germany, taking Bohemia means we're gonna get one of the best states, 2.7 million GDP, 5 million population almost, and it has most of the good resources. It has iron, coal, and it has all the non-subscribers. I'm gonna send them to the mines and coal mines and iron mines of Bohemia to work in there, so you better subscribe if you don't want to be a miner for the rest of this video, okay? Just saying. Now, just to be on the safe side, I am going to raise my conscripts and my armies right now, because yeah, I just clicked the raise your conscripts. I'm big brain. I do need the extra troopers, and I've got everybody set up to defend. That way, the enemy is going to push in, grind their manpower down, and when their manpower is low enough, I'm going to push in afterwards and wipe the floor with them. Because the way it works right now is, once you've grinded your manpower, as I said earlier, it's going to be super hard in the early part of the campaign with the horrible production methods to get that manpower back up. And you know what? Just to put the cherry on top, I'm also going to transfer Krakow to myself. I don't need it. It's not much of an important place, but I'm taking it anyway. Oh, Ludi, stop being so bullied to Austrian. Shut up, bro. Shut up. All right. Looks like we've managed to gain a hold of the Bohemian state, so we're pretty close to pushing into Vienna now. Their manpower is already down to basically nothing, so I think it's time for me to push. They literally lost all of their manpower from like 2 battles, bro. That is wild. All right. We got German leadership, Krakow, Bohemia, war reps, and everything else in between now. So it means we've merged with everybody in North Germany with the exception of Oldenburg and Schleswig, because we're going to have to attack the Danes, because I forgot to attack the Danes actually, and we're going to need to take this from the Ottomans, man. Like, what? That's going to be a fun war. Of course, all the new states are incorporated with the exception of Bohemia, which we have to actually incorporate ourselves. So we're going to need to first off change the production methods, and we managed to acquire one more protectorate. I took advantage of this particular situation and I didn't attack the Danes first because the Ottomans have some other enemies they need to deal with. So this way they're kind of dividing their units, and it just makes it significantly easier for me to crush them, because look at that. Their manpower is literally dwindling right now after they've been pushing into my lines. So when I decide to attack, which is going to be now, I'm going to be absolutely crushing them. They got no troops left to defend against me. Even the mighty Dutch skirmishers are not a match for my troops. And there goes the Dutch neighborhood. Final stand of apparently Sardinia Piedmont. Okay, it's a very multicultural war. It's just not the cultures you would expect to be seeing in North Germany. If only my great British ally would actually do their job and freaking invade the Ottomans instead of just chilling over here. They're getting their asses handed to them too by the Dutch. I mean, that is just embarrassing. Peace in our time, boys. We got Oldenburg, and as such, we don't need to worry about anything in the world. We just need to chill here for the next few years, grow our economy, stabilize our country. We got a few radicals, so we're gonna have to fix that. And then when we're ready, we can try and get the Austrians on our side and try and form Super Germany that would include all of the Austrian lands. Best way to properly get that done is to just have them get conciliatory relations towards us. Avec le Marina Kingdom about to be ours, let's go ahead and use our massive fleet to do a little bit of a cheeky naval invasion in here. Madagascar is absolutely great because it starts with 80 coal mines in South Madagascar, and afterwards it's going to get some rubber once we go deeper into this particular run. So an actual vital state. We also need to attack Gaza again because remember we kind of messed that up. Yeah, that was my mistake. I'm going to directly conquer them this time. Oh yes, baby. Census suffrage, the first step towards becoming a regular democracy. That's why I had my soldiers here in this particular color. That is the national flag of Germany, right? I don't have black, so I just replaced it with yellow. It's fine, don't worry. Okay, fine. You know what? That was the Romanian flag all along. This is a Romanian takeover. We're making Germany Romania again. You got a problem with that? It's also tried to get elected bureaucrats, which is going to make institutions cost 15% less bureaucracy, so that is huge. And speaking of huge, we are now getting the level 3 advancement research, which means we got 25 max innovation, so we can go up to a maximum of 157 innovation. Holy snaps, man. Okay, you know what? Oh, don't forget, we also have 76 innovation spread from the technological spread as well. So that means we're going to need to queue up even more universities now to reach that all new high. Let's get another, say up to 10 in Brandenburg should do the deal. I think Marina is going to be the last one we're going to be attacking for a while. I want to attack Denmark, and I actually forgot to attack them like 6 times already. So next one's going to be Denmark and Schleswig, but until that point, we got to wait for the infamy to go down because high infamy also affect our subjects. So because of that, we are having a little bit of a trouble lowering the liberty desire of our subjects. Look at that, 0.10 from infamy. We got to be a good boy now. Just focus on economy, and that's pretty much it. One thing I'm doing now is I'm recruiting a buttload of artillery units. Why is that? Well, because artillery is the most important thing you should have in your armies, and I'm just recruiting a few. I'm not recruiting all the ones that I need. I'm trying to get at least 30 more artillery battalions now. That way, not only do I have better units, but I also get more demand for artillery, which is why my artillery foundries will actually start to make money. Oh yeah, baby, cultural exclusion, the best type of exclusion. Should we really celebrate cultural exclusion? I guess we should, because now the Swedes are going to be even closer to joining us. 152, and I think we can probably get them if we just do a couple more diplo relation interactions, can we? Another great thing is that they don't cancel alliances every 5 seconds in 1.7, so we did get that alliance with the English. We're gonna hold on to that alliance for a lot longer than we were able to before, which is, in my opinion, one of the best things with this patch. The fact that alliances actually matter now. Holy snaps, we're getting so many migrations since we upgraded the freedom of movement to level 3. It's ridiculous. Remember that freedom of movement level 3 also gives 20% migration attraction from the Arts Academy and another 20% from the university, so altogether it's like 90% migration attraction, which is freaking redonkulous, dude. It's also high time that we start building some more power block statues around our country, and to help with that, I'm gonna be actually building some more construction sectors. Welsh mass migration. I mean, if they're not happy in the Great Britain lands, I don't know what to tell you, brother. Anglo, dude, every single month I'm getting some type of migration. This is literally redonkulous now, but I'm not complaining. That is not a complaint, okay? Portuguese mass, my point exactly, my literal point right there, bro. Every single month. Circassian, oh my god, really? Actually, really? Can you like just take a little bit of a chill pill right there? All right, let's go with the Protectoraticum as well. War reparations, and that's gonna be it. Oh, universal suffrage. I love it when everybody suffers equally. That is my favorite thing about this game. You can get everybody to suffer the same. I would also like to see public health insurance a thing. That would make my life so much easier. We could get standard of living increase, reduce mortality and pollution effects. Oh yes. Oh, enact proportional taxation. We have a, no way, we actually have some support for that. That is good. That is really good. I'm not going to change it now, but it's good to see that it's there. We're going to eventually change it, of course. And because of our power block, guys, we managed to reach 163 innovation with just 58 literacy, by the way. And also we got 119 tech spread aside from the 163 innovation. So we basically have close to 300 altogether innovation that we're investing in our technologies. We're way ahead of tech compared to anybody else, all because of this power block and the amazing advanced research 3 that we got, together with the freedom of movement that offers insane amounts of population too, and the internal trade and everything. The trade league is actually super good as a power block, in my opinion. It's slowly becoming my favorite so far. And seems like we got some African friends in the German Empire and French coalition. Come on, colonial exploitation. 3rd time's the charm, am I right? We also can try and get some expeditions going, I guess. Oh yes, we're going down with our liberty desire now. Perfect. Wait, what? Tripoli wiped out Tunis. Okay, you know what? I think we need to declare an interest here because North Africa needs a little bit of Germanization. Looks like Austria's got some issues in Italy. The Republic of San Marco has been declared. They're gonna try and get independent from Austria, but you know what? We're gonna be Austria's bestest friend and we're gonna support them. This means that Austria is gonna start being conciliatory towards us and as such move towards voting for a greater German unification. We've also reached the point of the campaign where we pretty much just need to spam logging camps everywhere. We need like 1,000 freaking logs already. And speaking of expansion, we really need a lot more construction sectors too. We're literally sitting on 3,000 iron and 500 steel, so yeah, we need to start properly building up our industry. All right, let's crush these secessionist scum. Someone has to do it because Austria's pretty much got all of its armies on defense, so they're not taking the war goal here. All right, things have definitely changed. We're now on the good side of the Austrians, so we're gonna keep on improving relations until they are willing to join us in the greatest of German nations. The best part about the power block system and the new economic model in 1.7 is that I literally don't even need to actually own the lands in Transvaal. I'm gonna make them my protectorate, and then I'm just gonna build up the gold mines, and I'm gonna reap the profits off of those gold mines from my subjects' lands without even actually owning the stuff, which is wild, man. And look at that, Austria actually has 40 towards supporting us now. Oh my god, dude, this is actually gonna happen. This is actually gonna happen. That is insane. Okay, I think I'm also gonna be going for after restricted child labor. This should give me one more max education institution level, which is really going to be awesome. Ooh, another conflict. I'm going to join this side, not only because I want to piss off the Dutch, but to also get, again, the 1000 attitude score. Plus, we've got a lot more bureaucracy lying around now, so we can also continue to advance our police. If we get it to level 5 because of the power block bonuses, we also get 250 authority flat, and that gets scaled up afterwards with the other percentage authority bonuses that we get. So we're gonna get a buttload of authority despite being a democratic nation technically. Hey, expedition successful. We got some prestige, and we got the explorer trait for Monsieur Philippe Runge, our great admiral, who's about, he's 67. Maybe I should have selected someone that's a little bit younger for that expedition. A great day for everybody. The historical 1866 Greater German unification has arrived. The Austrians support us. Württemberg finally changed their mind, and we just need to click this button. Booyah shaka! All hail the king! We get a claim on Alsace-Lorraine and a buttload of authority and popularity. Or we can get a lot more population to be loyalist. What do we need? Authority or population? I'm gonna go for the population being loyalist. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, delicious, delicious, delicious. Okay, now the hard part, which is to change all the production methods and make sure our nation is not going to collapse because of bad production methods. We also have 0 infamy despite having a buttload of vassals around the world. And we're going to continue to get more vassals since now looks like Italy is for the taking, isn't it? As is the Balkans for that matter. I'm seeing no ownership here at all. Ottomans don't count. Holy snaps, I just realized we went up to 108 million GDP from merging with Austria. That is just crazy, dude. And now we border Switzerland, so it means that we can probably make these guys a puppet too, or just add them to the power block. They probably want to join. Okay, so temporarily I'm going to put it on medium taxation so we don't completely collapse, and I'm going to bring it back down to low taxation after we've fixed our bureaucracy issues. It's obvious that Austria did not build that many government administration buildings, and we need to make up for that. Look at the freaking tax problems. Oh my god, dude. Wait, we have 2.5 thousand explosives. Okay, that I see the issue. So the issue is I'm overproducing a few things here, so I'm going to quickly just change that, and that should fix a ton of problems. There you go, minus 3,000. However, we do have issues with our coal, so we're going to need to pile up a few more coal mines. Honestly, just unpausing here is wild because we grew by another 10 million from, again, just switching a couple of production methods. This is our economic growth is wild, dude. And we got 88 million now, and I'm curious to see how fast we get 100 million with our current power block principles. We can also go for homesteading. I know it's 1866 and I haven't changed from tenant farmers. I tried, man. In my defense, I tried, but sometimes it just RNG giveth and RNG taketh away, you know? Just getting 1,000 bureaucracy meant that we boosted up our economy to 1.25 million at medium taxation, so we can bring it back down to lower taxation. And we got roughly around the same amount of loyalists as we have radicals, which is actually acceptable. And finally, we can invite the Swedes. Oh my dude, bro. Oh my freaking actual dude, bro. Hot diggity dong. All right, let's check our block now. We got German Empire and friends, German Empire and friends, a lot of German Empire and friends here. I think we need some German Empire and friends in Asia now. And actually, we might need to puppet Argentina for future migration reasons, just in case. We'll call it a backup plan. You really know it's going good when the Yankees and the Dixies are migrating to your land. So we're getting more migrants than the Americans in the New World are getting, by the way. Which really shows how powerful the principle is. Freedom of Movement 3 is actually insane. I'm actually mega hyped for the fact that we have silk in Venice. So I'm gonna max out the freaking silk in Venice, and I'm gonna be producing all the silk products imaginable now. Silk is one of the other bottlenecks that I had this freaking campaign that's not great. Oh, let me actually add some more stuff here. War reparations, make that a primary in. That should be it. After this, we're gonna be attacking France because we need to take back Alsace-Lorraine. Rightful German clay, obviously. Just like Switzerland, I mean, clearly, right? At least they, you know, they decided to fight. A lot of nations just back down now at this point, so better than nothing, right? Hey, homesteading, hell yeah. Return back my lands, you scum. Return it back right now, I see. Note how they're still in the other war. Yep, that's right. I'm a scumbag. I'm taking advantage of them, but I don't give a single schnaps. I'm gonna make them revoke this stuff. They're not supposed to have claims on my stuff, okay? Oh, I just realized the French actually had conciliatory relations with me prior to me attacking them, and now they just declared me a rival again. Oh, that sucks, man. I could have been best friends with the French. All right, we managed to get down to very low taxation, and we still are not doing too bad. Once we reach a steady 0, more or less, on this particular taxation level, we're going to start expanding more our construction sectors. After all, we're not super tryharding here. We're chilling, having a lot of fun in the process. You know how you can also have this much fun? All you gotta do is click that button below in the description. Check the DLC out for yourself and get it. Would really support the channel a lot. And hey, if you don't want to get the DLC, still click it to see what it offers. And then maybe you change your mind. Who's to say? Oh, we can invite Parma and Modena to our block? Oh boy. Oh freaking boy. Alright, looks like our block is growing by the frickin' day. Alright, time to push a tiny bit so we get the war goal, which is Alsace-Lorraine. We do have shrapnel artillery, but we don't really have that much of it. I actually should get at least 20 more in each of these army groups. Still though, we're fighting against the French, so it's not super necessary, at least not in this war it isn't. There you go, we got the war goal already. That is a juice. Had no idea that Sokoto was even in this war. Are they subject of the French? They're in a defensive pact. Okay, that makes it a lot better then. Look at these Germans steamroll through the French lands once more, as it should be, and we got our lands back. A juicer. Wait, did I not cancel the claim they had on the other province? I forgot. Schnaps, I gotta attack the French again now. Well, not my fault. It's their fault, really. Again with the Dixie migration. Really? What's the population of the US, man? I feel like half of their country literally migrated to my lands. They have 30 million population. It's growing, it's definitely growing, but not as fast as my freaking population is growing. Look at that bad boy over there. You can literally see the moments when we formed the North German Federation, Germany itself, and then you can slowly see it go up super fast. We can now build our first skyscraper in Brandenburg. This is going to offer 25% government administration building throughput, so we're going to be spamming a few more government administration buildings in Brandenburg too, so that afterwards we can max out all of our institutions. We still haven't done so because of obvious bureaucracy issues. We just got proportional taxation, which literally means that we gained a roughly 15% increase in our income, which is wild to me. And what do you know? Romania's migrating from Russia to my lands because they know I'm gonna liberate Romania soon. Okay, this is gonna be insane, guys. Check it out. We got technological spread plus 25 from protected speech. We also still have the advanced research 3 from the power block. So we're currently getting 171 innovation plus 150 spread. We're getting 320 innovation as Prussia/Germany. We literally are on the last tier for all the techs in 1870. This is ridiculous, my dude. What? We've literally become the ultimate technological power in our game. We seem to have a lot of people that want us to enact this 42 million, so we're gonna go for the old age pension. It is what it is, sadly. We gotta give something back considering we're making so much money off of their taxes, right? The liberation of the Balkans will start with Bulgaria, and I'm gonna actually add as many of these as possible here. Ooh, the Italians are siding with the Ottomans. Interesting. The plot has thickened. We can take stuff in Italy now. Oh, maybe I can call in the Egyptians or the Greeks and give them some stuff as well. Return this. Oh no, I don't have any more maneuvers, do I? No. Ooh, yes. 5% extra market access price impact. Delicious. Let's make sure we actually have that set up though. There we go. Well, the Italians didn't stay in the war for too long, so I guess you could say that's very typical of Italians. The Turks are fighting to the bitter end, so there's that though. And now I've got enough troops that I can send some to the Danish front as well. Oh, it's gonna be so glorious and beautiful seeing the Balkans liberated once more. And the best part is that because of the new mechanics here with not getting infamy for lowering the autonomy of your subjects, we barely got any reputation problems. Like, we literally have 8 infamy despite having all of Central Europe, including Wallachia, Moldova, Serbia, Denmark, everybody. Now I just liberated the Balkans, so I'm gonna be starting my expansion into Italy and the Balkans, literally getting all of Central Europe in the process. The cool part about forming Central Europe is that essentially, because of our current monarchy and the fact that we have universal suffrage and everything else, it means that we're going to become the Holy Roman Empire, and we're going to instantly integrate all of these parts of the HRE that we have as puppets as well. So actually, not only will I integrate the Netherlands and the Swiss areas, but if I was to puppet Piedmont, I would integrate instantly all of that land as well without having to actually incorporate it manually. So seeing as we only have 7 reputation, I think it's time for me to start a war against these bad boys here. And I believe it doesn't even have to be a puppet. I think even the nations that are within my power block also get integrated. So if I was able to add Sardinia, Piedmont, and Papal States to my power block beforehand, I would just integrate them without having to actually go to war. Oh man, look at my economy go. Almost 2 million on very low taxation. Holy mother, bruh. I need to get more construction sectors going. And now that we got electricity, we can start properly electrifying the grid and switching to a full electrified economy. Also, I probably should have mentioned this before, but the power block statue does change when it comes to whatever goods it offers. At the start, remember, we had minus 25 decree from it. Now, getting the power block statue gives us loyalists from standard of living increased by 10%, infrastructure alongside the prestige. If we were to switch around some of these principles, we can even use the power block statue to get even more migrants, which right now is not necessary because I have enough population. We have 10 million unemployed. So yeah, I really probably need like 5,000 construction sectors actually, to be fair now. Yeah, let's properly play the game. So I want to mention that I didn't really care much about the police coordination before, but I have to say that it's really not that bad. The authorities helped massively. The political movement radicalism pretty much meant that we have not had any rebellions for quite a few years now. That obviously is because at level 5 it gives 25 political movement radicalism, and we also got another 50% political movement radicalism reduction from the Home Affairs right behind me over here. So we basically don't really have many radicals at all. Essentially no rebellions. One of the biggest issue in this game, you get none of them. Again, Russia joined on the side of the Pope. Come on, man. Why do I even have all these great relations with you? I am investing in your country and everything, and you backstab me every 5 seconds. I'm not even going to bother with you anymore, Russia. How many Romanians do I have? I've been getting so many Romanian mass migrations. It's wild. Oh, look at that. Romania is 3.5 million. That is a buttload of Romanians. In fact, that's an actual measurement unit in Romania, a buttload, just in case you're wondering. I haven't set up any actual goals for either one of these bad boys because I genuinely don't need to worry about Spain and freaking Russia. I set all my armies here to defensive, so I'm going to let the Russians destroy their actual manpower pool whilst attacking my unit. When the hell did I get a defensive alliance with Egypt? What the fuck? Egypt, sorry, what defensive alliance was that? Two Sicilies. Why don't you just, I don't know, buddy, give up, please? Wait, what? Why did Emilia become a part of the Papal States? I am so confused right now. They merged with the Papal States when I attacked them because they were allied? I don't know what the hell is going on. I have to say, one thing that I really enjoy in the middle part of the campaign is the fact that now it's a lot more fun fighting wars compared to before, because you actually need to have some tactics when you're fighting, and it's just not as straightforward that you're going to win or not. You need to be a little bit more careful with your manpower and everything as well. I'm thinking I probably should have taken the Baltic areas from the Russians, because I could have easily reached the Baltic in that war. Maybe I'll take it in the next war against them, and I'll make them release Ukraine, Belarus, and Poland too. Ooh, that's a lot of autonomy we can decrease. Also, I should have mentioned you can have up to a maximum of 3 mandates, and once you do, you could say switch on one of your principles with another to another level 3 principle. So we can switch from level 3 police coordination to level 3 food standardization if you want that, which is going to give some standard of living, agriculture throughput, and the efficient canning practices. But I'm going to stay with what I have right now. I actually kind of enjoy it. I was thinking of switching to colonial offices because that wouldn't be too bad considering I still haven't properly gone into Africa, and it's half of Africa still for grabs. I've got some colonies here, some in the north. I'm really competing with the Brits. I probably should invest more in my institutions. And if I do go for colonial offices, I will likely get all of this before. You know what? Now that I think about it, screw it. I'm going to go for colonial offices. And I'm doing that because we can go back to the police bit once we've colonized all of Africa. That does mean we lost 400 autonomy, which is a big problem. Wait, what? Egypt owing us an obligation could be used as a request to propaganda. Okay, hold up. So we're decreasing infamy by 10 from this yes, please accept, Egypt. We totally came to your help. Come on, give me. Yeah. I didn't even accept the defense request, and they still were so nice to me. Egypt, you guys are the MVP of this campaign. Make a protect. Oh God, do I betray everything I stand for? Do I betray my allies in Great Britain? Do I betray? Oh, what am I gonna do here? Britain, how many troops you got? You've got 124. Yeah. Is it just the Brits fighting on their side? It is. All right. I'm sorry, but everybody knows, and this is really common knowledge, that Portugal is actually just Western Germany, so shut up, bro. A free subject is a free subject, all right, buddy? Oh, hold on a second. So we don't betray anyone. Literally, we don't betray anyone. We literally go on the side of Great Britain and Portugal becomes our puppet. Dude, what is happening here? Okay, so for those of you that don't know, this is technically a little bit of a bug, but I do hope it's gonna be fixed by the point in which the DLC is released. This bug was around in the previous patch 1.6 also, so maybe it's gonna be fixed fixed? I don't know. But the bug essentially is when you're strong enough and there's a rebellion in a smaller country, literally what just happened, you can make the puppet the weaker side, and then the stronger side is also going to accept being your puppet instead of just losing the war, because they will know that they lose the war because you are extremely strong. So that's what's going on here. And this has been around for like 4 patches. And we got another subject, a foe free. How much development we got? That's 8 million population and 5.5 million GDP as our puppet for nothing. Oh my god, dude, this game, I love it. I freaking love playing as Prussia, bro. It's got that really sweet vibe to it for some reason. Guess some would say that I'm a little bit of a Prussia boot. We switched from homesteading to commercialized agriculture, which means that now we're gonna get more pops attracted to the trade leagues. They only have 4.1% clout, and we'd like them to have a lot more than that, because we need to start switching to some legislation from the late game that pretty much only the trade unions are on board with. Like, you know, multiculturalism, because we got half of Africa. And I'd also like to get women's suffrage for that matter, so we get that extra workforce ratio and independence enfranchisement, because birth rate's not important when you have the migration power that we have. Let's see if we can acquire land in the Sinai. We have really great relations with the Egyptians, so oh, they actually gave us that. Go ahead and build the Suez Canal now, make that a priority as well. Bosnia's got a rebellion. Can we do the old trickio? Yes, we can. Become subject, and we got Bosnia for free without any sort of infamy. Amazing. The world is also becoming a lot more volatile. We have so many more wars going on at the same time now. Oh no, Sardinia embargoed me. Whatever am I gonna do, guys? With Sardinia under control, we got everybody that would merge with us, but we do need to lower their autonomy a little bit. So I think the first one I'm gonna be lowering the autonomy with is the Pope. They do have some disloyalty problems, so we're gonna have to improve relations first. The rubber age is upon us. Let's max out all the rubber plantations that we can max out. Then afterwards, we're gonna build the ones outside of our country as well, because look at this. If we click abroad, we've got way more that we can start building, and all of our puppets and all the countries that we managed to get the rights to build our buildings in. And for that matter, not only the rubber age, but the oil age too, because we are using oil production methods now. So the more oil, the merrier, which is why having control of all of Yemen is coming in massive handy. We already have 19 oil rigs in Yemen as it stands. Looks like we also managed to get our hands on the Panama Canal. Excuse me, did I just see that right? We have the Roman Republic as our puppet now. I'm down for that. I'm totally down for that, brother. And just to point out, if we were to put our taxation on very high, we would have 5.2 million income. Or of course, bringing that back down to low, because, you know, we don't need to put it on very high. I just want to mention, because I know in the thumbnail is going to be like a lot of money, and someone's going to be like, Ludi, you didn't even get I did. Where did I get the freaking picture for the thumbnail from? For Christ's sake. Jesus, mother. 10 million population right now in Westphalia. That is ridiculous, dude. I got 50 million GDP in Westphalia alone. Another 10 million pops and almost 50 million Silesia. This is ridiculous, man. And guess what? Once I switch over to the electrical production methods, it's going to double, but I don't have enough electrical factories. In fact, I need to probably bring that up to the top of the queue, because it kept going down to the bottom because I alt-click everything all the time. This right here, boys, this is what I'm talking about. We queued up modern financial instruments, which means we're going to get not only the minting and the loan interest rate, but 5% government dividend efficiency. You'll see what I'm talking about once we get this research. It's going to be insane. Oh, and we got colonial affairs to level 5, so we're getting stuff in very, very few days, apparently. Come on, Bulgaria, fight me. Be a man and fight me, I said. There you go. I knew they got the bowls that a lot of other ones didn't have. I'm kind of intentionally not going for no migration control, because if I do that, then oh my god, I'm opening the floodgates. Everybody arrives here. This way, I only want to get the people that are not discriminated in my lands, so then I can easily convert them all to North or South German afterwards. Look at that. We got 54,000 monthly becoming North German and 14,000 becoming South German. Dude, we got 4 million now on very low. What is it? Oh god, dude, this is just insane. I just started switching to electrical grids. We got 540 power plants, and we definitely need a lot more than that, but we're working on it. We're gonna build more, not to worry. I set this up to automatically expand, so now I'm just changing over the production methods to include electrical production methods when available. I might be a little bit late here, but I just realized that I really don't have enough motor industries. I'm missing about 4,000 freaking motors, which is ridiculous. And automobiles as well, we've got a huge shortage of. Holy snaps. By contrast, look at this. This right here tells me that I'm not min-maxing at all, because I should have at least 2-3 times more construction sectors sectors to use up all of those tools and use up all of that iron and everything alongside it. But with most of the Balkans under our control, it's time to get what's left of Italy, namely the rest here, 2 Sicilies. Should be a fairly straightforward war, and even if we go up to 48 infamy, we got enough time to bring it back down afterwards. Plus, Italy's under our control, Portugal, the rest of Central Europe and Northern Europe, and now the Balkans. So the only thing left are going to be Russia, France, the UK, and Spain. Like half of the buildings in Russia belong to me, so I don't really even need to invade them. But the French I might do some shenanigans with. Let's see. Okay, looks like the Russians decided to help the Sicilians. So you know what? Despite what I said, because you did decide to help the Sicilians, I'm going to say screw your trade, and I'm going to be splitting you apart. That's right. We're going to be liberating countries, starting with Ukraine, Finland as well, Poland, why not, Belarus. I'm literally getting the eastern parts of Europe liberated so I can add them to my power block after, so I'm the real winner here. Now, despite being at war with quite literally half the planet right now, I'm gonna be a little bit ballsy, and considering that Sweden's offering me a golden opportunity of becoming my protectorate for 0 infamy, I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna help them out, because otherwise they might get crushed by their own religious revolt. We don't want that. We want Sweden to be a part of our power block. That does mean we have to push a little bit here so we can piece these guys fast, so we can actually use our troops in the north after. I kind of regret not having set any deals against the Ottomans now, but I mean, we didn't have enough maneuvers, so kind of pipe, isn't it? Okay, we've done most of our researches for society. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get mass propaganda too, so we get the extra authority points and the extra agitator, which is not really that useful now anymore because I pretty much passed all the legislation I wanted to pass. So which makes me think maybe this extra agitator should be researched earlier, because if he's going to be researched in the 1900, what is the actual point of him? And check it out, we got 190 innovation each week plus 218 spread, so we got more than 400 innovation right now. Holy mother, dude. Actually, holy mother. Technology in this game makes such a difference. I was struggling with my governing capacity before massively. When I switched to telephone switchboards, it's like the whole complete run changed forever. I'm still getting freaking extra bureaucracy, and I've got everything at max levels. I need to upgrade my workspace safety as well, I guess. There we go. And we also need to get this to level 5, but I don't have the technology. I'm researching it right now, actually. And voila, we've got Sweden as our puppet. And check it out, they're actually not that disloyal either. They're getting 0.21 weekly basis liberty desire reduction. What? I find it so disgusting, the color of the French commune. Like, what is this, bro? This is worse than pink. This is like a horrible version of pink, in my opinion. There we go. We got the Sicilians now to liberate Eastern Europe. Still got a little bit more to go, but we do have 84 advantage on this particular front, so we're actually kicking everybody's butts here. Can we take Stalingrad before the war is over? That's the real question, because if we can, then we did a better job than some other German generals did in history, right? Poles just casually migrating onto our lands from Russia whilst we're attacking Russia. And there you have it. We got Belarus, Poland, Ukraine, Liberato. Oh no, that's disgusting. I should have given this to Moldova. I forgot about that bit. Oh yeah, especially since Moldova's my subject. Now that I completely forgot about that bit. Damn. Let's see if any of these bad boys actually want to join our... What? No! Come on! Really? You don't want to join? I literally helped you exist, Ukraine. What the hell, man? Oh, I'm sorry, but that means we're gonna have to puppet you, bastard. I tried to be a nice guy, but you didn't want to listen to reason, okay? So to catch you guys up with what's going on in our world, we are now standing at 1.1 billion GDP. After us, the Americans are coming close at 171 million. Standard of living still leading the world, with our little Schnappeldupe Switzerland being second. The US actually consolidated all of the historical US land, so I'm glad to see that in this patch they're doing way better than they were before, and a lot faster as well. I am gonna continue to expand into Africa, as this is where the majority of my interest lies right now. We also need to do a little bit more social reform, I think, and I do believe I'm gonna have to go for no migration control, since I am stagnating with my population. We've got only 700,000 unemployed. I was expecting, you know, just the non-discriminated nations to be enough, but it's not. The amount of scale that I've got now with my construction is just ridiculous, and I need to get more population faster, which is surprising to me. I didn't expect it that I'm gonna need this much pops that fast. Also, the Moldovans changed to the United Principalities. We also seem to have a very dangerous amount of people wanting us to go down the Council Republic. I'd rather not go down that path. I probably want to go down the opposite path, which would be forming the, you know, European Union, which is the democratic version of the Holy Roman Empire. And I'm honestly shocked to say this, but I'm running out of resources, man. So I might start just actually taking some lands now. Now I want to show you guys something really cool, right? So we've got Piedmont and Roman Republic, not Papal States, as our little schnapple dupes, and we can form the Holy Roman Empire, or Central Europe, whatever you want to call it. Now the cool part is that because they own provinces in the northern bits, including Emilia Romagna and Piedmont, the entirety of the country actually will get annexed, not only those areas. So check it out, click, and now we've become the HRE, and as such, look at that, we integrated Sardinia, we integrated Umbria, we integrated Lazio, all the areas that those nations had. So that's a cool little thing. You can give one of these provinces to your subjects, and then you can automatically integrate your subject if they have a province within areas that you're going to be incorporating. So let's say you give the state of Dalmatia to, I don't know, freaking Bosnia, right? Then you're going to incorporate Bosnia too. It is an exploit, which is why I didn't use it, but if you want to use it, you could definitely do that anytime you want. And of course, all of these are now incorporated. We don't need to incorporate any of these states, including the ones that were not a part of Central Germany, but were a part of the nations that joined into Central Germany. After I unpause, it's going to be called the HRE. There you go. Now let's actually fix our production methods, because once more, that's going to be killing us if we don't. And holy snaps, man, we got 8.2 million on very low taxation, brother. Like what? And I think it's time for us to get back our lands from the Belgians. I'm going to force that diplomatic play, because otherwise I kind of get a feeling they will accept my demands, and I don't want it to upset, because I want to get both of these, which are both cores of mine, of course. And because I'm able to build stuff outside of my country, I pretty much right now own every single oil rig there is, including the oil rigs in the United Kingdom. Oh guys, you want to see the greatest glassworks in the world? Check it out. 285 levels built by the financial districts in Westphalia. I don't get it. I don't know why they chose this one state out of the thousands to build 285 of these things. But if I was to change this to, say, the best production method, there's not enough population or resources to work all of these, so it would just completely economically collapse. I would be getting massive minuses, so I have to keep it on prioritizing glass production and not even at houseware plastics, just crystal. There's literally not enough oil on the planet right now to support 285 glassworks here. Finally, you're reunited with the rest of the Holy Roman Empire. Belgium will be re-educated now. What? Who said that? I didn't say nothing. Maybe the real democratic path would be going on and becoming a parliamentary republic. Also guys, when it comes to our economy, we're super good actually. We just need to get some more government administration in the recently conquered provinces of Belgium, and if we go up to max tax, it's actually 14 million. I just also started ramping up my construction efforts, because let's face it, I really needed to. I actually needed to. I had way too few construction sectors before. I kind of still have. I could probably sustain 30,000 construction right now and wouldn't have any issues. I'm just honestly too bored of clicking every 5 seconds to get more construction sectors. I want to just have fun and vassalize everybody in Africa, basically. All right, and I also want to be going into the Afghani areas. Let's join the Great Game. It's a little bit late. The Great Game's been, supposed to be in the 1800s, but the thing is, nobody managed to make any leeway here. The Russians didn't take everything, the British didn't, so maybe it's time for me to take. I gave them all the opportunities to get the Afghani areas, and they didn't. Oh yeah, baby, we just managed to get dreadnoughts and scout cruisers, so we're going to be replacing the entirety of our fleet here. Let's get a few dreadnoughts and scout cruisers, because we don't want to use monitors in 1917. There you go, 110 cruisers and 50 dreadnoughts should do the work. My dude, not even 200 million GDP for the second greatest power. Actually, let's see what kind of potential we have for oil on the map. Ooh, Persia, you seem to have quite a little bit of juicy oil and farce. Maybe you don't need that province? When did Romania form? Huh? I am so confusion right now. I don't know how Moldova managed to get Wallachia, but I'm not gonna complain. I like it. I genuinely 40 million GDP in Romania? Dude, they're doing amazing with just 2 provinces. Hot damn. Makes me want to redo my 1836 to 1936 Romania run, which was one of my personal favorite ones, not gonna lie. I hope you guys enjoyed this complete Prussia into HRE campaign as much as I did. I had a buttload of fun. I really enjoyed the Sphere of Influence DLC, and I hope you guys will too. Don't forget to use my link in description to get it for yourself. I do get a commission on every single purchase, so it would really help out the channel massively, and I promise all the money is gonna go towards the Roman Empire restoration. So until the next time, be safe, take care of yourselves, and I love you guys.